पूर्वारुकमिव बन्धनान् मृत्योर्मुक्षीयमामृतात्।
सहनावतु सहनौ भुनक्तु सह वीर्यं करवावहै तेजस्विनावधीतमस्तु मा विद्विषावहै। ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः। ॐ असतो मा सद्गमय तमसो मा ज्योतिर्गमय मृत्योर्मामृतङ्गमय। ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः। Good evening. How are you all doing? Keeping well? Online students also. You might have seen the title of today's topic. Let us simplify life. Life has become very complex now. God has not complicated it. We have complicated it by using our genius. God is simple. Only human beings are complex. So the last 300 years, nearly 350 years, we have achieved a lot of scientific and industrial and technological progress. We have invested a humongous amount of time, energy, intelligence, and resources to reach the level of development at which we are now. గత 300 సంవత్సరాల నుంచి 350 సంవత్సరాల నుంచి చాలా కష్టపడి మన తెలివితేటలు ఉపయోగించి ఇంత సాంకేతిక పరిజ్ఞానాన్ని సంపాదించుకున్నాం. So many things we have invented, so much of comfort and convenience we have brought into human society. What for? All that we have done with only one intention. What is that? Machines will do work for us. We can have a holiday. Yes or no? పనులన్నీ మనకి యంత్రాలు చేసి పెడితే మనం హాయిగా హాలిడే ఉండొచ్చు. 365 years, at least 300-day holiday. We wanted to be on a holiday. That's why we created machines. We invented machines. But have we got that leisure? Have we got that holiday that we hoped for, we have desired for? ఏదైతే ఆశించామో ఆ సెలవు మనకు వచ్చిందా? లేదు కదా. Why? What happened? Where have we gone wrong? మన ఉద్దేశం అయితే నెరవేరలేదు. What we have hoped for, what we have desired, that has not been achieved. So more comfort, more leisure. Vivekananda says, without leisure, no intellectual and spiritual development is possible. సమయం లేకపోతే, విరామం లేకపోతే మనిషికి వికాసం, బుద్ధి వికాసము, ఆధ్యాత్మిక వికాసం సాధ్యం కావంటారు ఆయన. बिना आराम बौद्धिक और आध्यात्मिक प्रगति संभव नहीं होती है. You want intellectual development and spiritual development. We need leisure. We need rest. But we have not got it. Why? There are many reasons. The one reason is urbanization, in my opinion. Unfortunately, most governments think that urbanization is a sign of progress of the country, but it's not, in my opinion. In America and most of the Western nations, 95, 96 to 97% of the population, they live in urban spaces. Only 3 to 4% of the people live in villages. Rural population is very less there. That they have projected as a sign of development, and third world countries also have adopted that model, which they should not have adopted. అంటే పట్టణంలో ఉంటేనే గొప్ప, నగరంలో ఉంటేనే గొప్ప అనుకున్నాం, రైట్? Our education system also, they have devised in such a way that irrespective of the place of your dwelling, if you get educated here in this country, if you get a degree, a PG, invariably you have to migrate to a urban space for employment. చదువు అట్లా స్ట్రక్చర్ చేశారు. డిగ్రీ పీజీ చేసామంటే పల్లెటూరులో ఉండటానికి అవకాశం లేదు, ఎందుకంటే మనం చదివిన చదువుకి అక్కడ ఉద్యోగం దొరకదు, ఏమి ఉపయోగపడదు మన చదువు. సో యూ హ్యావ్ టు compulsorily migrate to a town or city. That's the reason this migration has happened for the last 60, 70 years. As a result of that, urban spaces have become very crowded. In a small space, in a small geographical space, where so many people live, the density of population goes up, and there actually there will be competition for the basic necessities of life, namely housing, drainage, water, roads, infrastructure facilities that the urban spaces have not sufficient to cater to this population. That's why cost of living has gone up. జీవన వ్యయం పెరిగిపోయి మనం ఇంకెక్కువ పని చేయాల్సి వస్తుంది. As the cost of living has gone up, we need more money to survive in urban spaces, to survive in towns and cities. That's why we have to work more, right? That's why we are not getting leisure. If you ask me who is getting maximum leisure today, farmers are getting maximum leisure. Suppose you are a rice farmer. What you do? 365 days. Only 3 times in a season you have work. At the time of sowing saplings, in between once you have to remove the weeds, and at the time of harvest. That also machine do now. Harvesters, huge harvesters are there. Okay, you don't go to the field and you do the work there. So only 3 times in a season you have to go. Of course, weather has to be favorable, but the farmer as such has nothing to do much there. He doesn't have to go every day and work on the fields. So they enjoy maximum leisure. That's why if you just go to villages, they talk about everything from Russia-Ukraine war to, right, everything, because they have so much of leisure. Nicely they sit and chat with each other. They really enjoy their leisure and space. Sometimes their hookah or something is there leisurely. They'll be swallowing. Whereas a city bird, a city guy, you have to run and run and run from morning to evening. You see, college is over, now you have come here. Could have gone home and nicely have taken some rest. Whole time you are working, right? So in software companies also, 5 days in a week they have to work. 5 days they have to work for 10 hours, sometimes 12 hours also. Weekends, they are busy with so many other things. You have to clean your home, you have to go to departmental store to bring provisions, vegetables, washing clothes, utensils, so much of work. Life has become highly regimented, like in America. In America also, people, they don't have leisure, because 30% of their salary they have to pay as taxes. The cost of living is so high. Everybody is living in an urban area. Everything you have to purchase from the market. For that, money is needed. So you have to run and run and run like a machine. One reason is urbanization. Cost of living has gone up. That's why you have to work more. Another is we have not thought spiritual values as part of our educational system. Because we have not thought values, విలువలు మనం నేర్పలేదు కాబట్టి విద్యతో పాటు ఏమైందంటే కరప్షన్, భ్రష్టాచార్ అండ్ గ్రీడ్, లాలచ్ వచ్చేసింది సొసైటీలో. ఎందుకు జీవితం ఇంత సంక్లిష్టమైందంటే చెప్తున్నాను నేను. ద రీజన్ ఈజ్, వన్ ఈజ్ అర్బనైజేషన్. ద సెకండ్ రీజన్ ఈజ్ lack of spiritual values in the society. As you have not taught values to people, exploitation has increased. in the form of corruption and in the form of greed. You have so much, but still you want more. Why? You don't even know. My neighbor has little more. నాకన్నా నా పక్కవాడికి ఎక్కువ ఉంది. You are in a competition with your neighbor. Always you will find somebody who is a little higher than you, and you want to be better than him or her. In the process, you are in a రేస్, ఒక రేట్ రేస్ లాగా తయారైంది. ఉన్న కూడా ఇంకా కావాలి. ఎందుకయ్యా నువ్వు ఏం చేసుకుంటుంటే, లేదు నాకు తెలియదు, నాకు కావాలంతే. సో యూ విల్ రన్. యూ డోంట్ థింక్ ఈవెన్. అండ్ యూ ఆర్ సీకింగ్ ది ఇన్ఫినిట్ ఆన్ అ మెటీరియల్ ప్లేన్. బేసికలీ ద నేచర్ ఆఫ్ ది హ్యూమన్ మైండ్ ఈజ్ సచ్, వాట్ ఎవర్ యూ గివ్ ఇట్ వాంట్స్ లిటిల్ మోర్. ఏది ఇచ్చినా కూడా ఇంకోటి కావాలంటే ఇంకా కొంత కావాలంటే. వై ఇట్ డజంట్ స్టాప్? దట్ ఈస్ ఇస్ నేచర్. Basically, you are infinite. You are created in the image of the infinite. So you are seeking the infinite. But unfortunately, you are seeking the wrong place. And material plane lo nu vetukutunnavu. Because of that, there is competition, there is struggle, there is this pushing and jostling. Pakkavalani toseyali, vallakanna mundu nenu ellali. Because you are seeking actually the infinite in the wrong place. That's why Buddha and Vivekananda, all such great people, they didn't seek the infinite in a material plane. They consciously sought it within because they knew that where it lies. అది ఎక్కడుందో తెలుసు కాబట్టి వాళ్ళు అంతర్ముఖులైపోయి వాళ్ళు నిజంగా అనంతాన్ని కనుక్కున్నారు. దే టర్న్ ఇన్వర్డ్, దే టర్న్ దర్ అటెన్షన్ ఇన్వర్డ్ అండ్ దే హ్యావ్ డిస్కవర్డ్ దట్ ఇన్ఫినిట్. సో ఇఫ్ ఎవ్రీబడి వుడ్ హ్యావ్ బికమ్ మెడిటేటివ్, దే ఆల్ యాక్చువల్లీ ప్రాక్టీస్ ధర్మ. ధర్మ బికమ్స్ ఇంపార్టెంట్ ఫర్ యూ. ద థర్డ్ థింగ్ why life has become so complex, celestial values we have not thought. The third thing is purpose of life also we have not told. Sri Ramakrishna was very emphatic and very clear. He told there is only one purpose for human existence. మానవ జీవితం ఉద్దేశం ఒకటే, ఏంటంటే భగవంతుడిని తెలుసుకోవడం. మిగతా అన్ని సెకండరీ ప్రయోజనాలు, సెకండరీ ఆబ్జెక్టివ్స్. టుడే ద సెకండరీ ఆబ్జెక్టివ్స్ వీ హ్యావ్ మేడ్ దెమ్ ప్రైమరీ. The primary objective, the fundamental objective, the main objective of human life, that is namely knowing the truth, we have made it secondary. Only when you have God as your goal, truth as your goal, you will be interested in dharma. Then you will not touch corruption. You will not exploit your fellow human beings. Okay? You will be kind, you will be compassionate, you will be self-sacrificing, you will help others. Right. So the third that has missed. And fourth, now, peer pressure. You always compare yourself with somebody and then you are on a race all the time. This comparison is not necessary. That is the reason life has become more complex, it has become more burdensome, more troublesome. That's why everybody is saying stress, stress, stress. Everybody is saying stress and anxiety, stress and anxiety. So, though we have achieved so much of progress, scientific and technological progress, life has become very complex and we hardly get any leisure. The modern man, the urban man, all this is because of these four things. I will elaborate more on it when I get time, okay, in the future. Thank you. Nice evening.